Three. Hey guys,
Bonjour.
we are late. We're sorry. We were on time, but we have been having technical difficulties. We wanted to start taking calls this week, and so the last hour or so we were trying. We had some equipment show up at the last second,
Literally.
and we tried to get that to work. The phone call system is working as far as we can hear people, but they can't hear us.
Yeah.
So we ran out of time, and we will.
Makes it
work
hard
on
to do an
yeah.
interview.
Yeah. So we will do it. It's coming. We're moving along. I've done a lot of stuff in the room. We're a little bit every week. We're getting a little bit better. Eventually, we'll have the show the way we want to, and we will start pushing it a little bit harder. But right now, it is what it is, and we are here for the to talk HeroClix.
So I think you put the set list away in the drawer when you put the.
You mean the stuff we want to talk about?
That's it.
Okay. All right. So what we have some things that we want to talk about, and so what is this? It's your notes.
That's
you need
the
to
set
read.
list. That's
Yeah.
the set list. So first we're going to talk
Okay, I
about transitional
see.
teams.
All right. So I think the big news, the thing that I was looking at is, and I don't know how much you guys are looking at, but it's what we're calling transitional teams from the watch list until now.
Yeah. The post watch list meta and how it's developing, how it's shaking out, and what people are playing.
So what we looked at, the two things that I focused on was one, the Mexican Nationals, because they invoked the watch. They actually had the option not to invoke the watch list, but they wanted to.
Yes.
So the Mexican Nationals is what would be potential teams that we would see at Worlds.
Potential.
Also, there was a tournament that was run up in New Jersey at what's that place called? It's
was the champion?
It's in Boomtown, but I can't remember the name.
Champion Clicks event, right?
Yeah, and I'm sorry I can't remember the name of the venue right now, but it's up in New Jersey, and it was a. Does it say there where was that? Doesn't say, does it?
Doesn't say.
But anyways, it was the Tropical Regionals Highlander Meta. So they actually ran a Highlander there. So I guess that this may not be a true. Wait a minute. It was at Highlander Games, so that's what that means maybe.
It might. I don't know. I've heard some people say it was a Highlander thing, but I don't know what that means in the context.
Well, it might have been a Highlander. But in either case, it's still a pretty good snapshot at potential meta at Worlds. This tournament was won by the national champion Isaac. So he's converted over to using stuff, modern age stuff that he potentially could use at Worlds.
So looking at Isaac's build, giving commentary, the big thing, I think the big thing we both commented on was that Spider-Man Prime is back in action.
Yeah.
After seeing him more diminished presence at Nationals, people were wild about the web slinger and his Todd McFarlane issue 300 Best Black.
Well, I've had the benefit of playing against Isaac, or you could say the not unbenefit or whatever, playing against Isaac.
The pure punishment.
So I played him both in Nationals, and I played him also last year in Worlds. So I have a feel for the kind of things that he likes to run, and this is very much an Isaac team. There's some things that are very similar that he's been using, so it feels like it feels Isaac.
Yeah.
And there's also some newness that he's using. So last year he was using the Spider-Man symbiote at Worlds. Kong was not a thing last year at Worlds. No. But he did use it, but it was at Nationals. Scott Porter's been at both of them. And he likes to use the Masters of Evil.
The chase is from the Avengers 60th set.
Yeah, and he used that last year. He likes to put out, he puts out Mephisto obviously a little bit, but he loves, in a defensive mode, he likes to use Killmonger.
King Killmonger with his rollout.
Yeah, so that's Isaac. So if you look at all of his teams the last couple of years, they all are very similar pieces, but they keeps adjusting
for what's allowed, what's retired,
for the current meta. Yeah. Now what's new on this? That's totally new that he's put on there, and was Major Logan, which everybody's been talking about.
There's been some buzz.
and he put Major Logan on a motorcycle. So
He equipped him with the Wheels of Vengeance, not the Hell Cycle, just the regular old human motorcycle. I think when somebody was first describing this, I thought they were talking about the Wolverine Chase because they said Wolverine was driving a motorcycle.
right. So he's using that, and
an interesting pick to run Major Logan at full dial.
yeah.
I thought he was going to be the instances of Major Logan I've seen most primarily have been on his lower dial so that he could be a swap for the Butterfly.
So what makes him so good, Jonathan?
Well, in a tournament build like this, where you're going to see a lot of Kong, it's his first two clicks there on Major Logan have the sidestep flurry as free, but only to target the character with the giant size colossal combat symbol or the robot keyword.
Well, with the motorcycle, he's able to shoot. From what I'm reading,
Yeah.
he's able to. I don't know what the movement is in the motorcycle. Well, right there it is.
You give him an extra 2 movement.
Yeah, so it's still sidestep. So he's not. So he's getting +2 on movement. So that's
10
so he can
squares.
move. He can basically it's a double sidestep move.
Well, what it's given him, he's got sidestep. Then
Yeah.
he's got +2 to his movement. He doesn't need. This isn't a charge issue. He can just move, base your Kong, and then flurry is free.
Well, that's right. So he can move how many as it is now.
Without the motorcycle, he's got 10 range of movement with the sidestep and with his base 8 on his.
I
top
know, but
dial.
it's 8, so he can move 10 and then sidestep 2,
Yes, so yeah. With the motorcycle equipped and set to its first click, that's the play.
which is a lot of range. So he can go 10, then sidestep, and then he can do the free flurry, which is pretty darn awesome.
Yeah, free or Kong can carry him up and then place him, or you've got options. I don't imagine you'd be carrying him.
But it's only against giants, right? Or the robot
giant
keyword.
colossals or the robot keyword.
You
And
know-
so with that, I think alternatively he could have been playing. I didn't get to watch the game. He could have been playing it for defense with close combat expert or super senses
All right, running shot.
or running shot.
I don't see that, though.
No, I don't know that Major Logan has any range. He does not.
I don't think that. I think that he's playing it. The reason he chose that is to get that extra 2 movement.
Yeah.
I just think that gets him. That's 14. No, 12. 12 potentially. We're not even talking about perplex.
No, we're not. And this build has perplexed with Scott Porter and the Sinestro Core rings.
So Dennis is leaving. They said there's comments being, and I don't.
Sorry, guys, we're really boom. Oh, Dennis is telling us there's comments from Dennis.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that in just a second.
We're gonna touch a little bit more on the current contest. We've got Dennis, a friend of the show, over in the YouTube chat. And if you're not currently subscribed, hop on over to our YouTube channel at Lucky Dice Live and subscribe. Smash that like and subscribe, kids. I wanted to say that. I wanted to say that for so long.
So anyway, we're gonna come back to the chat. We got.
So
We could do this.
Let me show you something, Howard. Yeah, there you go. Nope, that's it. And then boom.
All right. So we haven't got to Mexico yet, Dennis, but we are.
One step.
So Dennis is saying cool close up, and Mexican nationals. Mott came in second in the
Masters yeah.
time came in second and finished second on the So yeah,
Masters of Evil is what I think he was saying. Yeah, MOT.
Masters of Evil. Yeah, that's what I don't know.
Came in
Why would
second
say
place.
Masters of Time? He's got me all twisted up now.
Confound you, Dennis.
All right, so
Hey, George.
So we're going to bring up the team that did. Hey, George. We are going to bring up the team that won Mexico's nationals, which is interesting to me also. So we go here to
Go to Explore and then go to Tournaments.
Tournaments. There we go.
Bada bing.
And then we got Brazil. We
Top
got
right.
Mexico.
That's you right there.
Yeah. So we can look at the second place team also. We can look at all of them, but the first place team is what we're going to focus on.
Another interesting build. We discussed this about an hour before the show. We dove in on these teams to get a look at them, and some of it makes sense. We've got the Butterfly from the Iconics Peacekeeper set, and then we've got an interesting thing, Man Thing from Next Phase Disney Plus. Run the A variant, not the Prime.
I can see why. I think that Man Thing is good. This is a monster themed team.
Gotcha.
And it's a revert because I think because of the changes, you're seeing Carter Silver Surfer back. And I think that, I don't know, Dennis, you could speak for Mexico. Did you see a lot of Silver Surfers in play during the Mexican Nationals because of the changes, or we just happened to be looking at the one that won it? But I mean,
So as an interesting feature that other friend of the show, Clay, has integrated in, if you see that red arrow there on the tournament page, you can hit that and it'll show you how many forces.
Yeah, let's do that.
We're running what?
So Scott Porter, Scott Butter. Look at that. But well, there's not that many.
5 teams running butterflies.
All right, so I want to let's do this. This should be inverted. It should be the one that's. Is this?
So Scott Porters were abundant. Go figure.
Is this saying this is the number one?
That's the one that was most used, and it shows you the point value, click, and then how many teams.
Look how much.
Running.
Yeah, look at where do you? Okay, 5 teams, 10 teams. Yeah, Scott Porters were the most common. Butterfly was on 5 teams. Genesis.
But then look at that. Look at Kong.
Just 3 teams.
It's the watch list doing its job.
And
Mern.
Mern is a big thing. 3 teams had him.
Only 2 teams running Carnage Silver Surfer in the Mexico Nationals. That's outstanding.
Interesting.
Well, what do you get from that, Howard?
That they don't have a lot of these figures in Mexico. I don't know. I don't know if that's what it means or not. I think that they were very new to the changeover, and I think that what happens is when somebody wins, you see a flood to go towards that. So I predict that you're going to see a lot of Merns, and you're going to see a lot of
Butterfly swaps.
Butterflies, and I think you're going to see Surfer.
I think I'm going to maintain what I said last week, that I think Kong is going to be big at Worlds next month. I think he's still going to be.
I think he will be.
He's a giant monkey. That's the joke. But also that.
Well, he fits on 2 teams. I mean, theme teams.
He does, and that the best players, they're not going to shy away from his damage, the way he takes damage now. Hey, there we are.
Yep, there we are. Okay.
You good?
Yeah, we're good. All right, so we are limited on time, so let's get off of that subject.
Okay.
I do think that Worlds is going to be very interesting. We are. There's no show next week. I think we can throw that out.
Yes.
I'm going to be at the Alliance Open House all weekend, and then the following week we will be doing a show from Worlds.
Yes, next week Howard's at a retail show, and I will be home eating pizza. So.
All right, so that's real quick. Also, we can throw it. Let's talk about Masters of Time. Masters of Time, it's kind of funny,
and it's showing kind of our 2 cents on how we think it's going to affect the meta.
Let me hide this. That's bugging me. There. All right. So the cool thing about Masters of Time is that it is going to change things.
It is.
But we're patiently going to have to wait until after Worlds.
And see if we can measure the impact, because it's not a Worlds legal set, but I think we've seen some very interesting things in just the 2 events we've run here at Lucky Dice in the past 2 weeks. And you've been in three Masters of Time events in the past 2 weeks.
Most of them have been sealed. I went down to Birmingham. I played battle royals and everything. The figures that I've seen so far, all right, I got another figure to add to it. I think, because I played it for the first time, I pulled this figure several times, and for whatever reason didn't put it on my team. It's like I almost did, and I'm like, oh, she's good, and didn't. And I finally did this week, and I'm like, okay. I was foolish for not playing her.
You're referring to Zatanna.
Zatanna is meta. I believe a pick of power. Now what I was doing, I had a really good team. I pulled a Bat Prince. So I had Bat Prince and Zatanna, and then I had Red Arrow, and I had what's the girl's name? Not Cinnamon, but the other one.
Oh yeah, Jenny Hex.
No. I had the Black Hawk.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that was my team, and Bat Prince is fun to play because he produces pogs and they do stuff, and then he's good anyways. But my Bat Prince would get hit, but I would TK back or I would hypersonic speed back, prevent depending on what it did. And they actually got me to the first stop click and passed. And then I chose support on Zatanna. And I just held it all the way back. And it made him better, because when he hits his first stop click, his range goes to 5 and he gains flight. So now I've held him all the way back, and now he's actually better.
He's a beefy piece at that
point.
Yeah,
he's even better than he was. So we're definitely, and George is right with what he said, and that's one of the other pieces. So Zatanna,
George.
So I think Zatanna is going to be played. I think what George just said, he said the Prime Blue Beetle is definitely going to be played.
And is that the super rare or rare? Do you recall?
Which one?
Blue Beetle Prime.
He is a rare.
Gotcha.
So
he's a pretty good piece. We saw Ryland pull him on our pre-release event.
I also think that the rare Blue Beetle is still a pretty good piece, and we may see some play with him in pulp. But definitely the Black Beetle rather. The Blue Beetle is definitely going to be meta.
Why don't we dive in for just a second on why you think the Blue Beetle is going to be meta?
Because he's one of those. First of all, if he didn't even do this, what I'm about to say, he would still be good.
And you're referring to his...
I mean, if you just took his stats are good.
Yeah.
Okay, but now he can take away a power. So even figures that are, and we use Dark Side for example, even figures that are protected outwit and can reduce damage, he's now saying you can't use impervious.
He said, give me your impervious for a few minutes.
So he can hit him pretty hard, and that makes a big difference. So, and if I remember right, it's for that whole turn. So Blue Beetle hits Dark Side, and then the other figures hit.
Yeah.
I mean, Dark Side could be taken down fast with a Blue Beetle if he hits him.
It could put a big dent in him. He'll spin down to his next defense power pretty quick, but still.
But all the other stuff that he's got on his dial is really good anyway. Then he's got that stupid power to where if he rolls a die, and if he rolls right, that figure is moved. So he could, if he rolls and hits Dark Side, well, it's 50 points or less.
75 points on his top dial.
Yeah. So anyway, he's really, really good. You're going to see him. I think you're going to see the Batman. The Batman that's...
Which Batman is that?
It's the super rare. He is part of Shifting Focus. And I think the Shifting Focus is going to be big. All those figures are good. There's some of them that don't seem to be that good. For example, the Wing Batman isn't all that great because he doesn't have a move and attack power.
Referring to the caveman Batman?
Yeah, the caveman Batman. But now, if your Batman is adjacent to somebody and you Shifting Focus into that other one, oh my God, he's going to hurt you.
And so you're referring to the super rare with the sculpt that features the tentacles.
It
looks like a Dr. Octopus in training.
Well, what's great about that one is anything within his range that he has line of sight to, he is considered adjacent to him. And he's got poison, so he's going to poison you, and he's got plasticity. So if he's 4 squares away, and you've got 3 figures, and he can see all 3 of them, he is now considered adjacent to those 3 figures. They cannot move. They have to break away from him. He's got plasticity, and he's got poison. So if they have no reducers or anything, he's poisoning them. So what you do, I mean, I was joking about this, but it's actually a pretty good thing. What you do is you take Batman, and then you take somebody the figure that I kept talking about in Disney, the Mr. Nobody, that can move up to people, and you put him adjacent to them. They can now not attack anything but him, and he's just moving around, and Batman's attacking, and other figures are attacking, and
is that the Mr. Immortal?
Mr. Immortal, that's it.
The one.
Yeah, Mr. Immortal. Mr. Immortal and Batman would be a hell of a combo.
Kind of a nightmare.
Yeah.
So we talked about those guys, and then
there's a team right there: Blue Beetle, Batman, Mr. Immortal, and then whatever else.
Just support pieces for probs and to bump your stats.
Yeah.
So I think also we had on the list for modern 300 and in pulp was the Green Arrow.
Green Arrow is definitely. He's definitely going to be in pulp without a shadow of a doubt. How he fits into the meta, I don't know. I don't remember how many points he is, but he does a lot of stuff. I mean, he attacks from elevation, and he can go up to 8 range.
I think it's 9. I played one on Wednesday.
Okay, maybe it's 9, but he can get
He's
it.
got a base of 6 with a power to give him an additional 3 at the cost of not being able to target multiple pieces.
Right. So if he just targets one figure, and he starts with a 12 attack, and I believe
Range combat expert, yeah.
range combat expert, so he's up to a 13, and then he's doing good damage. He's got precision strikes, so super senses is probably not going to matter.
Nope, not a big
And then he
thing.
ignores shape change, which is really big right now because there's a lot of people with shape change. So he's just hitting you hard. If you got a little bit of enhancement, then you're really hitting.
Well, he ignores shape change and mastermind,
Yes.
so you're probably going to get hit.
Yeah.
A guy swinging for a minimum 13 is it's a beautiful thing, and for him to be he's a cannon.
Long as you can protect him, which you can, if you can protect him to get off his shot, he's going to hurt somebody pretty bad.
I concur.
And then maybe you put trick arrows on him.
That's how I played him this past week on
Well,
Wednesday
not
night.
those trick arrows, the good trick arrows.
Well, I liked the boxing glove trick arrow for
Why do
double
you like that?
double knockback damage. Helped me chew through Mystic's piece, Zatanna, particularly from problematic Zatanna that Rylan was beating me up with.
I can see that, but the other one on Marvel's side does the quake, does the knockback, and you're doing the damage off of him plus the quake.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just it's the Marvel trick arrows are better.
they're
and,
sharp. They're sharp.
I actually know the guy that designed the DC,
Oh, really?
and he had no knowledge of what they were putting back in Marvel. So he did what he did based on what he thought.
Yeah.
And then the people that did the Marvel were going way beyond what he was doing, so they're
Just
not
charging
balanced.
ahead. That's interesting.
Yeah, they're blind to what everybody else is doing.
So we've only got a few minutes left, but let's talk about the last meta piece we talked about was Perdegaton.
Yeah, now he's really good also. 60 points is his max points.
To get 3 of the time disc tokens to play him.
So what happens with that is you put the time tokens on him, and when he would be KO'd the first time,
Yeah.
you remove one of the time tokens and you put him on. He's got 3 starting dials,
Yes.
so you start him wherever you want, and then you have to put him on a different starting dial, and you have to kill him all over again. And he's not super easy to kill because he's got reducers and
Well, he's got super senses on every click. He's got the wild card team ability or the team player.
So
team
Wonder
ability.
Woman or
And then he has the Elseworlds team ability.
yeah, Hyper Time.
Hyper. That's the one. Thank you.
So he's not easy to kill. He has a lot of things, and he could possibly you have to kill it. If you put him at 60 points, you got to KO him 3 times with the time tokens off.
And then you KO him 3 times to KO him one last time.
Yep.
I think is what we were trying to decipher. Hey, Aaron, if you're watching today, we had a question. Looking at
Yeah.
Perdegaton's power and looking at Ultra Chase Superman's power, if someone has chewed up Perdegaton enough to remove some time discs, and Ultra Chase Superman activates the infamous Ultra Chase Superman time reversal ability, what's happening there? Does he get any of those time discs back, or is it or are they just waving goodbye to those? That was a thought we had.
Yeah, it just does it go? Yeah, does it go all the way back? Because it's nasty if it does. I wanted that Superman is going to piss somebody
Oh,
off.
it's gonna when it comes out in tournament play, it's gonna be. I'll be very interested to see the ways. I mean, because I think I've said before on the show, not a great builder. I'm a better pilot than I am a builder when it comes to hero clicks, and that I'm not that great of a pilot to begin with. But I love watching the ways people.
You need to go to Black Hawk School.
There we go. I love watching the ways that people break down aspects of the set and bend the rules and play the rules to their extreme, like with the Poison Ivy set before the watch list. I wouldn't have thought to put those together. But I love seeing the ways, and I look forward to the ways that the Ultra Chase Superman gets played.
So I'm thinking about how you would do that. So when one of your figures gets KO'd, a lower figure gets KO'd by the opponent, you'd want to do that. This is the way I would want to do
Please.
how I want it to happen. I'd want to kill something of his and have the lead, and then I would run little bitty things at him, forcing him to kill one of my little bitty things, and then reset the game. And now, why is that such a pain in the butt?
Because you're playing the clock.
You're playing the clock, and you just reset everybody to their starting clicks, putting them all back in the start. And if you got a lead, does he have enough time to come over there and retake the lead from you? That's the question.
So another way to play that would be: is there a point value at which you can score that automatically ends the game? I believe that there's an answer for this.
Yeah, but that wouldn't. Well, I mean, you'd have to be way ahead. So you get 100. Both people get 100 points when this effect occurs. If you have not, so you could exceed 300 points.
Gotcha.
By the 100 points, and I think the rule is you have to be. I want to say it's 450 points or something
Gotcha.
like that. I don't really see that happening that often, but
No.
but it's an auto win if you hit that number. I've never seen anybody do it. I don't think. I've seen people get close.
I bet when we were using stuff like the round table from the Avengers and the Justice League teleporter.
Well, back then, yeah, but I would go back and go a little bit further than that. When you're playing like Unimine and you have the figures pop out,
Yeah.
and stuff like that, then you're getting those points. They can get really. There's some auto wins that can be produced from, or let's say you bring in somehow or another you bring in something that's worth a hell of a lot of points and you kill it, and there are ways to do that. So I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know if anybody even play them, but I'd like to see it happen.
Yeah, because I don't think we've seen a lot of play from our last Ultra Chase, which was the Zod Ursa Non from Notorious.
I didn't think it was that bad, but no, we haven't seen anybody use it. All right, moving on.
The last point we have.
We got two things. We got two things. Guys, and I actually would like some opinions here. I'm gonna run a super sealed. I want to run it. I can run what I want to run. I can run one now in the month of October. Would be the ideal time for me.
Yeah.
But it would be a Masters of Time super sealed. But it would have the newer pricing that comes out. We can run it here, so I could do that option, or I can wait till Black Panther comes out, and if I wait to, which I would like to do, but Black Panther probably won't really be out where I could do this until November.
Gotcha.
And I'm concerned about, we're going to be having states in November and in December. I think I'm going to do both months, which is our next subject. But I'm going to be doing that in those months. I'm also going to be in Mexico in September.
Yeah.
And I don't want that event to overlap with the states tournament and get it all crammed up. And I'm like trying to run this in September and run states a few weeks. I'd rather both events shine on their own.
Yeah.
So I'm leaning more towards using Masters of Time, and I think that this set is popular enough that I think people will still want to be playing it in October, and especially for the pricing that we're going to get. So that's where I'm at on that, guys.
And so the sets for that super sealed would be Masters of Time and
Notorious. So you get two. I mean, if you do Masters of Time, you get two Masters of Time boosters, and you get one Notorious. And then if you do Black Panther, you would get Black Panther, and then you get one Deadpool.
One Deadpool Weapon X.
Yeah,
it's a good build opportunity either way. I think there's some interesting combinations.
I want to think about it a little bit more, but I'm going to be announcing that pretty soon because I want to have a big event here. I've been working really hard in getting this set up, and really nice. I got a really nice venue now again that I can run really nice events and record and everything else in. I'm wanting to show it off a little bit. I guess I want people to come see what we got. The other thing is the states itself, states and provinces. I'm on the very tail end of everything, and WizKids has given me all the information that I think that I need. There's one little thing else that I'm waiting to hear back from, but I've got enough that I'm ready to make an announcement as soon as next week. We will be having states in November, December. We have pushed it back. We pushed it back for several reasons. One was Black Panther, and when the product arrives. Two is I have to have enough time to line everything up, and the information hasn't come as quickly as I would have liked it from WizKids, meaning I needed to know contents on factory sets. I needed to know how much I was being charged on factory sets. I needed to have all the kits laid out. And what I can tell you is, just like with everything else, stuff has gone up. So states, provinces, prices to the venues, there's going to be more this year. Entry fee is going to be more this year, but I think it's going to be well worth it. And what it looks like we're going to be doing is that all the state kits and provinces will have a factory set either from Black Panther, Masters of Time, or Deadpool in them, and the pricing will be divvied up. And I know, and I'm gonna have to balance them out with con exclusives and stuff like that, because I already know that those factory sets are uneven. Because I mean, God, you got all the colossals that just alone out of Masters of Time, and they had legacy sets, and they had team up, and
there's a lot. It's
So I'm gonna have to balance that out. And the other thing is, in the state kits will be included a brick of Black Panther. And so I haven't decided yet, but more than likely the winner will get a brick of Black Panther for the state tournaments. But I might take that brick and split it up in the top 8. But I think I really would rather just give the brick to first place. I just think I want it to be, you're a state champion, you want a brick, you want a map. It means something.
You're playing for something a little stronger to make that extra few bucks in the entry fee really worth it.
We are limited on states and provinces this year. I've got for sure 53. I've got people, and I'm going to be starting to sign people up and have people pay within 2 weeks, maybe within a week. So that's coming. So there's been some people that's contacted me. Some people have not. Some people that I feel relatively sure would be running it. That's always there.
Yeah.
But the point is that I'm limited this year. So do not, if you're part of the purchasing of a state tournament, or you want one at your venue, do not
drag your feet.
Don't drag your feet, because what'll happen is if I run out, I run out. There's a possibility that I may be able to get 3 or 4 more factory sets. No guarantee.
Yeah.
Won't know until after Black Panther comes in. But WizKids said, hey, we might get you 4 more. We might not. We don't know. And there's also a possibility that if I have a bunch of people that's wanting to run states, that we might come up with some kind of alternate pricing for them.
Yeah.
To try to make it, but it won't be what everybody else is running. And I think a factory set and a brick is pretty damn strong.
It's a good get. It's a very good get.
So anyway, I would, of the 3, just ask you just a question. Now, let's just say, now I'd like to play in all of them, but let's just say that you had one weekend, and you could only go to one state tournament, and you had one going on in Tennessee, you had one going on in Georgia, and you had one going on in Alabama, which I try to not make happen. I try to, but you had all 3 of them going on the same weekend. And Tennessee had a Black Panther, and Alabama.
Oh, okay.
No.
No, I'm with you.
Distances doesn't matter to you.
Yeah,
Within 4, and they had, and you had a Masters of Time here, and then also within reasonable driving distance, you could go play for a Deadpool. Which one are you going to go to?
I think it's Masters of Time. I think it's.
You would go for Masters of Time?
I think I would.
Well, we don't know yet for sure everything in Black Panther, so based on the knowledge that we know, you would say Masters of Time because it's just loaded up.
That's just me. That's me. I'm a big Justice League guy. The Deadpool set has been phenomenal fun. And I'll be honest, I'm a little in the dark on some of the aspects of Black Panther. We've been talking about some of it when we get Joaquin, we get Jordan, we get the gang around on Wednesdays. We're kind of chatting about what we've been reading and what we've heard. But Masters of Time, it's just, I think you're right that it's just been a bucket of fun so far.
I'm enjoying the hell out of it. And, and the other thing, when we were talking about meta pieces, we haven't even talked about the Colossals. But I know that there are the reason you know why we haven't talked about the Colossals?
Why is that?
Because when we're playing a Battle Royals, we're not playing the Colossals.
No, we're not pulling this.
Or not the Battle Royals, but the sealed. I think that there are pieces in the. I think that there are Colossals that are meta. We just haven't really looked at it.
I mean, yeah, most certainly. Most certainly. With somebody was talking about using die replaceable with, I can't recall if it's Beast Mode, the T-Rex that heals to top click if you kill somebody with a crit.
Well, I know the Beast Boy, which I played against, is not. I think he was just 100 points, and he has a long thing, and he's got Outsider, he's got Charge and Flurry and all kinds of stuff, and
he's a meal.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot happening there.
Yeah, he has a long dial. I mean, if you take a Kong, I mean, if we're comparing Colossals, you take a Kong, you take a Beast Boy. Okay, Kong is good. We know that he is.
He is.
But Kong's dial, comparatively, is like way shorter than a Beast Boy, which is probably 3 times longer.
I think the payoff with Kong is you're getting the multi-attack every turn, the multiple actions every turn.
Well, maybe. Just depends.
Yeah, true. Depending on the point value you're playing them at and the size of the team.
So Beast Boy, I mean, Beast Boy, honestly, you could whip up on a Kong because of I want to say he has exploit weakness. Ooh. So, I mean, a 50-point Kong, he's just going to kill. I mean, he's going to kill in 1 turn.
Yeah, probably. It also depends on what the point value of the attacking piece.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he would be, he's more than Kong. So he'd be 100 points on a 50-point Kong, and he would take him out.
Bunch of whole.
Yeah. Now, the 200-point Kong's a whole other story. That would be kind of fun to.
We've dove in on that, you and I, in conversation. What those different point value Kongs in a meta environment would do.
Well, see, that's something else is that nobody's really talking about is, I imagine we're going to see somebody run a 200-point Kong at Worlds.
That would be massive.
I mean, I don't see it not happening. He's too good.
Yeah. Is that our auction? Are we good to go?
I think I'm looking at auction has ended. I think it's time to start cracking. Looks like Dennis won everything. So anyway, yeah, let's start. What time is it? We ended. Yeah, we're right on time.
8:05.
You can open it.
I need your knife.
It's not much of a knife, but it works.
So I don't have a microphone right now, so you're going to have to provide color commentary.
Jonathan, since I can only talk and Jonathan can, I just want to tell you, he's a terrible partner. He doesn't know anything about HeroClix, and he knows even less about technology. So I really am looking for another partner, and I'm saying all this why Jonathan can't talk. Just throwing it out there.
I think George is going to volunteer to co-host the show.
George, I love it. I would love, you know what I'd like to do when we're there? We need to have Dennis and George and me and you all in I'm doing the live stream all at once. Think about how much of the world we have covered.
That'd be a robust international audience.
All right, so we'll take this one and throw it down here for a minute.
There you go.
Get the legacy card, throw it in the bucket. Which, by the way, nobody seems to want to win the bounty prizes. It's been going on for a while. George says, "Hey."
You got your marker?
Yeah. This is not my. Oh, there's my marker. I don't know where this marker came from. Might use it. I think this marker's is on its last leg. We gotta mix them up.
Gotcha.
We got to put a chalkboard at the side of it because that's where it's right at.
Gotcha.
Oh, we don't need anybody to guess what's in it. All right, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoops, 8.
There you go.
Write a 9 on there somewhere. So just put it in the green, so we know which one it is.
Sir.
Oh, We're also supposed to put the date on here. I always forget that.
We're at the 29th or 30th?
It's all right. I put it in the bucket. I'll say 8/29.
8/30.
Yeah, it's fine. We're good. All right. So, you want me to do the first one? You want?
Yeah.
to do the
Why
first
don't you crack the first?
Well, we need to add pricing in first.
Oh.
So let's do that. We also need to pick.
All right, chat, you know your job. We are at the point of the show when you pick your bounty super rare for the Masters of Time set.
I'm going to add in a diamonic ring.
A demonic.
Yes, demonic. A Fandral legacy card.
I'm going to need at least one person to type Constantine in the chat, and then I'm going to need someone else to also type Constantine in the chat.
Marvel Girl team up. Somebody said Dark Side, so we got one nomination for Dark Side.
Hey, there we go. Andrew G in the Auxxit chat. Andrew.
Citizen Steel Prime.
Constantine coming at you also from the chat. Hey, come on, George. You bid on 10 and 15, huh? You got a opinion on what we should put as the bounty piece?
Then we got
Dark Side for bounty. We've got double Dark Side.
Well, Dark Side it is. All right, so Crystal.
George and Andrew.
Crystal, I think that's enough for now, and let's start opening stuff.
Crystal from the Black Guardians.
Yeah. All right. So here we go.
Box number one.
Where's our empty box? We need it. We need the empty box right there. All right. Here we go. Who's the number one? Oh, I have a story. Oh, this is. Oh.
I know. I know. Talk about it.
You tried.
I tried.
You tried. All right, so I have a story to tell you.
Who's our winner for number one?
So number one.
I think it was Dennis. Scroll up. Can you hit view results?
I can.
Almost certain it was Dennis.
No, they're not in order.
Oh, they're not. Gotcha.
So I don't know who it is.
Booster one. Oh, there it was. It's about the fifth one down.
Fifth one there?
Dennis, yeah, it's Dennis. Down one more.
Oh, Dennis got it? All right.
Dennis.
This is kind of funny because I know that Dennis won this the other day during the singles auction.
Okay. Oh.
So we got Zatanna, uncommon. We've been talking about her. Detective Chimp, common. Wonder Woman, uncommon. Dead Man, common. And you got a John Constantine, super rare.
He's a unique, Dennis. If you'd like for me to take your extra John Constantine, just put it in the chat and I'll take it home and keep it forever.
So while he's opening that up, something interesting happened to me the other day. We were at the store and I had a case set aside for a buddy of mine down in Birmingham. I'm not going to name his name. And he was sick and he decided he didn't want it and told me he didn't want it. So I talked with Houston. We tried to decide what we were going to do with it. Ends up we opened it up. Out of this one case, guys, this one case that my buddy down in Birmingham didn't purchase, that we opened up, we got a Colossal Superman, the Super Sword team-up card, a Dark Side, a Kal-El Chase, a Madame Xanadu Prime, and we got the Ultra Chase Superman, all out of one brick. One brick.
That's bananas. So I've got the results here for booster pack number 2. I didn't see who had it in the chat. Booster pack number 2 winner, you've got Ginny Hex.
Dennis has got that one too.
Huh.
No, that's 3. He's got 2. He has 2 and 3.
The League Assassin, Dr. Fate, the Velociraptor, and you've got a Prime. Did he win one of those as well?
No, Dennis was talking to us on the phone just a little while ago, and he says, Dennis is with the in-laws. Dennis messaged me. He said the Mexican Nationals, and he says, Howard. He said, have you guys been pulling a lot of Zoom Primes? We pulled a lot of them down here. I got so many Zoom Primes, and we just opened up one that he won.
I'll trade you for that as well, Dennis.
All right, we're going to number 3.
Number 3. We are opening now, Dennis. Send the in-laws our best.
All right, number 3. This is Dennis also.
Yeah, man, Dennis is cleaning up. Booster pack number 3, Dennis.
We have Trick Arrows. We have Anthro Uncommon. We have Evangel Savage Super Rare.
We pulled a couple of those the other day.
Yep. We have a Superman Common. And none of us played him.
I did.
Did you play him?
I played him on his low dial, and I believe Trey or TJ played him at his full dial.
I don't think I ever played TJ that night.
All right.
So here's number 4.
Number 4.
Dennis, what did I get? You got you got a Constantine Dennis, and you got a Professor Zoom, and you got a Vandal Savage out of 1, 2, and 3.
Booster number 4 going to Jagler 238. Jagler, you've got for yourself a Mr. Mind, Easy Company Soldier, Prehistoric Warrior, Sergeant Rock, and a rare Green Arrow.
Green Arrow's good.
Congratulations, Jagler 238. Looks like Jagler also won booster number 5.
All right, well, I got that one right here. Come on, we want a dark side, or we want an ultra chase, or we want something unbelievably great.
It's a good pull. Not an ultra chase.
This is another figure that I think you may see in Pulp. I'm gonna look at her when I pull it up. All right, so we got Time Trapper Common, Mr. Mind Common, we got Batman Uncommon, and then we got Booster Gold Common, and we got Supergirl.
Supergirl Rare.
Yeah, Supergirl Rare, and I mean, even at her, that's pretty good at 70 points just right there.
And then if you play her full, she's got 2 stop clicks.
Yeah. I like her. I don't know, just having that, I don't know that people are going to play her, but starting her at 70 points with hypersonic speed and invincible and all kinds of nastiness, I can see her being in Pulp. All right, that's number 5. Yep,
number
6 for you.
6. I'll trade you for the Zoom. Okie dokie. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Who was the winner of number 6?
I take it down because I can't see people talking. Jasperado.
So Jasper, you've won for yourself here a Lady Blackhawk, Batman, number 1 in the set, a Beast Boy Velociraptor form, I'll get this, Blackhawk Pilot, and Pirate Batman Rare from the City Focus.
So let's do a little bit of a roll call right now. So everybody that's listening, how about, Dennis get another Zoom. I was laughing so hard. So everybody in all the chats, how about saying yes if you're going to be at Worlds? I mean, I know some of you are, I see you right now, but I'd like to just kind of get a roll call of everybody that's going to be at Worlds in 2 weeks. He wants the Swamp Thing scene.
Super Rare Prime, if we're wishing. And who won lucky number 7? Counting down, running down the line. Dennis will be at Worlds. Who knew? I had no idea. I don't see
Can't get rid of that guy.
I don't see who won number 7 in the.
All right, number 7, we got Easy Company Soldier, Common. We got Nighthawk Rare. We got Deadman Rare. We got League Assassin, not Rare. Deadman Common, League Assassin Common, and Supernova Uncommon. You like Supernova?
Supernova was okay. I played Supernova in our Wednesday night event. He was okay. He was adequate. Number 8.
His prop thing that he does is pretty cool.
It's an interesting take on an old ability.
Well, we got 3 yeses so far.
So number 8, you pulled.
Andrew's got 7 and 8.
Well, there we go.
See,
Andrew. So number 8, you got something good here. You got Cinnamon, a Daxamite, Animal Man, which the dial is simple, but I love it.
Hey, there's a Pulp figure.
Animal Man?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that in 1 second. Red Arrow, and Andrew, you got a Chase Green Man.
Congrats, Andrew.
Ta-da!
So that's our chase in this set.
That's the chase for this brick. But, I mean, hey, you got it all the way at the end.
We may get a chase in this. We may get another chase. I mean, it's happened many times. All right, so we're doing number 9, Super Booster.
Dennis, I believe, is the super booster.
Did Dennis get the Super
He
Booster?
said he got a super booster.
Let's look at it. See which one he got.
Yeah, top of the list. Number 9.
Number 9. All right, Dennis. Good luck here.
Hey.
Well, that's a really good start, Dennis.
Dennis.
All right, so you got Super Sore, which I think is maybe the best that you can pull. Is that? I mean, he's bringing the most money on eBay, so I assume he's the best. So you got a, what's that guy called?
Nighthawk.
Nighthawk. You got a Nighthawk, and you also
Ooh.
now every time I've seen every Super Sore I pulled is, I think most of them at least have had that. So you got
team up card.
Yeah, you got the Super Sore team up card. You got the Easy Company Soldier Common, Super Sore Nighthawk. I think that's pretty good.
Super Sword and the team up card. Congrats, Dennis. All right.
Yep,
Where'd you put that other brick?
right here. Here you go. Right here. Man, you tried to get him to do Constantine.
I told him that, and then somebody be walking away with heavy pockets. All right. Also going in the bin, the Legacy.
Oh, we gotta add more stuff. All right, hold on. We got, what is this? We're adding a WKO Leandra. Let's do a Swarm, Deadpool, X-Force. I'm gonna add this guy in. I don't have the card for this guy, but he's a Legacy figure, so if you got the Legacy card, you can play him. It's one of my all-time favorite. He's one of my all-time favorite pieces.
Which
But
one's
this
that?
guy was either very hated by people or very loved by people. Captain America out of Hammer of Thor.
Is that the one with the insane range?
He had range, but he could shoot on the. He didn't have to have line of sight. He could shoot you on the other side of a building or whatever. It went around, which is, in my opinion, that's what Captain America does. So I don't have a problem with it. All right, so we're going to add in a Legacy card. It's a Wonder Woman Legacy card. This one is out of Batman Team Up. Then we're going to add in another Team Up card. Magneto out of Giant Size X-Men or House of X rather.
So we're starting at 9 on this set, right?
No, 10.
10. You sure? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you left-handed?
All my life.
I don't know how come I haven't noticed that. That'd be the first time I've seen you write anything. That's 18.
Oh, lucky 1-8.
All right, and you want to start this time? You want me to do it?
Yeah, why not? I'm not driving. Number 10. Drum roll, please.
Number 10.
Super rare, but not the bounty piece.
I pulled her the other night. I almost played her, but I couldn't.
It worked out well for you. You did win first. All right, winner of pack number 10. You got yourself a League Assassin, Cinnamon, the Darling Bandit, Daxamite, Velociraptor, Morgane Le Fay. Oh, she's a rare. She's not a super rare. I was wrong.
So Dennis is happy about the Super Sword.
There you go.
All right, number 11.
And not just Raoul's. Hey, we got a chase.
Yes, we do. Who's got number 11? So
Speak up in the chat.
I'm very excited, Dennis, about Raoul coming up in 2 weeks. All right. We got a common, booster gold, a Hal Jordan uncommon. We have a Superman common, and we have a Dead Man common. And did we find out who's got number 11? It might be the guy that's typing right now. Indolent Striker. Did we see it here?
He's got number 18.
He's got the super booster.
Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down.
It's not scrolling down right. It might be him. Let's see what he says. He's typing. Do you have booster number 11?
Somebody won 11, right?
Here
I've
it
got
is.
the second super villain.
Oh, okay. You got number 18.
Well, whoever it is, you
You got a Chase Prince Kal-El, who I like.
Yeah.
I actually like. I really like. I got to play him at Team Worlds and enjoyed him. Got to play him with Poseidon, which that's something that doesn't seem to get pulled very much.
Poseidon. I've only seen the one you brought back from Gen Con, and your one.
Yeah, we're not
tonight.
pulling very many of them. Seems to be a very rare, super rare.
All right, so I got the right one, number 12, right? That's what we're on.
Yeah.
And the bounty persists.
There's another guy that you're going to see in Pulp, and also
so.
possibly could be meta. We're talking about Dr. Fate.
Yep. Winner of pack number 12, you got a Dr. Fate, Easy Company Soldier, Ginny Hex for Bat Prince. I don't have Bat Prince. I pulled nothing good from this set. Black Hawk Pilot and Robin.
What are you talking about, Bat Prince?
Dennis in the chat. Jonathan, trade you Reverse Flash for Bat Prince. So there we go.
I will take all 100 of your reverse flashes for a Bat Prince.
On to lucky number 13.
Well, it could be unlucky for everybody else.
Hopefully there's a dark side in it, just because I want to reset the prize basket.
Yes, I'm with you on that.
I agree. Robin is great. I like the free attack if a friendly with a shared keyword makes a miss. That's not a.
I thought for just a second.
Trick arrows on the floor.
Yeah. It's tricky. Tricky arrows.
Where you walk around the block, it's tricky.
He's keeping one. That's funny.
Okay.
All right, trick arrows. Obviously, we can let the cat out of the bag there. We got Time Trapper common, Talia al Ghul uncommon, Genie Hex common, and we got
Despero super rare. So is that their last super rare for this brick or for the?
I don't know. I think we've only done two in Chase. So we may have another one.
Morgan Le Fay was not a super rare. I was wrong. Number 14. Speak now, so that we can congratulate you when you get good stuff.
Come on, Dark Side. We want Dark Side. We want.
Nope.
Damn.
I hope you like him, but you've got a piece in this pack that I don't much care for.
I'm interested to see what piece that is. Oh, that guy.
So, lucky number 14, you walking away with a Daxamite, a Batman the Caveman, Animal Man, a Superboy, and super rare Clock King. Pulled two of them. I feel like he works against himself. I hope that I'm wrong and that people have fun with it, but it wasn't a piece I particularly enjoyed.
So refresh my memory about what he does.
Well, he has a mechanic wherein at the end of your turn, the active player's turn, both characters remove an action token from any character they choose. But he also has every other click is a stop click. He's got, I think, 3 or 4
you're
stop
one,
clicks.
You're one clicking it.
But with that, you're also, his stop clicks give a token to a character. So you could feasibly, kind of
He's got probability control.
Yeah, and he kind of washes out his own abilities a little bit. So I'm sorry, let's go ahead. Pack number 15.
Batman common, Prehistoric Warrior common, Velociraptor common, Black Beetle rare, 75 points. I was just seeing how he would fit in. And then you got Wonder Woman uncommon, who's pretty good, honestly.
She's a daisy. All right, number 16. I feel like I sing a lot when I'm opening these. I get a little Oprah. We've got John Travolta.
You like this guy?
I have not pulled him. I saw him for the first time Wednesday.
He dies. It seems like he dies pretty easy, but
Okay.
but it takes a while for him to die. I don't know if that makes any sense.
So you have a Red Arrow uncommon, Mastermind common. This is pack number 16, if I didn't say it clearly. Detective Chip common.
I like Detective Chip.
He was doing work the other night. Booster Gold common, and the figure in question from Howard is a GI robot.
How many points is he?
He's 115, 75, or 40. He's got 3 stop clicks if you play him at his top dial. And let's see, when he KOs a non-standard character, he can be healed. His stop click is toughness, and you can remove formidable resolve tokens from him to reduce damage by an additional 1. And
When I played against him, nobody's been doing the formidable. How did they get that?
the friendly with the soldier keyword is KO'd. I think that's you got to see that in some sort of
hard
constructed format.
Yeah, the seal that just probably isn't going to happen.
All right.
We got this one. We got number 17 left.
1-7. Who's that?
I think I don't know who's. Somebody said they got the. I hold him. He looks like he's about to run with your super booster, man. I won't let him go.
And that's, hey, it's not dark side, but it's, yeah, I know.
Yeah, we just talked about it. This is a good. I think this is a good booster just because of that. This guy, everybody wants this guy. So you got a Mr. Mind common, a Superman common, a Batman 001 common, and you got an Anthro uncommon, yeah. And then you got a Poseidon super rare.
Somebody got a Poseidon. Hope you're loving that with the new deity base. All right, here we have in my hands box number 18, Super Booster number 2.
It's going to have a Dark Side. It's going to have a Ultra Chase. It's going to have a Super Sword.
I would celebrate with you if whoever it is got number 18. I don't see a Dark Side. All right, so you got an Anthro team-up card. Teams up with pieces with the Brute and Past keyword. You got a Nighthawk rare, a League Assassin generic common, and your Colossal, why, it's the Green Torch. Da 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 da. I hear good things about the Green Torch. I've pulled 0 Super Boosters so far.
This was Dennis's number 1 want in the set when it was launching, but I think it's because he's a big Green Lantern
And who wouldn't be?
Yeah, so I don't know if it's that he's that playable. He just wanted him because he was a Green Lantern.
It's a neat sculpt. All right.
All right, guys, that is it for tonight. We won't be back for 2 weeks. Well,
you'll see us at Worlds.
We'll be at Worlds. We will have some special guests while we're there. We will actually we'll be opening up a case just like we always do.
Thanks.
We'll have a backdrop. We'll actually be in the room where everybody's playing. So
if you see me, come reference the show. I usually keep a big bag of stickers with me, and who doesn't like stickers? Mr. Elizondo.
He's a new uncle.
Hey, congrats, Saul.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it for the show. See you at Worlds.
We will be there. We will be there Thursday, probably about midday. We're driving straight to the event center. We're going to play Pulp, and then we will check into the hotel. We're staying at Graceland, obviously.
He's staying at Graceland. I'm staying at the Hyatt. If you're looking for practice and you're staying at the Hyatt, holla at your boy. And I am still looking for team members for teams.
All right, George just mentioned. He asked me earlier, George. He messaged me a little while ago. I'm on a team with Dennis and Raul, and so we've had that set for a long time. But my buddy right here, who
I'm very tall. I'm not as good as Howard, but I'm tall.
But he needs a teammate. So George? Do you need a teammate?
I think there's about a 30-second delay.
Yeah, we're waiting. And George, of course, is rooming with me, and he's coming in from the Philippines. So
this is great.
Yeah, so that would work out really good. And I also had another guy. I don't know if you reached out to him.
I did not get to reach out to him. No.
He was looking for a teammate too, and he's a really good player.
Okay.
And he's from over in Missouri. He's in Missouri.
I know him.
Yeah, he comes to the cup every
All right,
year.
Let's go.
There you
right
go.
On.
So you got your 1 teammate. Now you need a 3rd.
Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Well, this has been Lucky Dice Live, reminding you to store your hero clicks responsibly. Don't put them where the dog can chew on them. Have a good week.
Night, guys.
We're muted, and we are